The daughter of the mountain, Sati. Sati was reborn as Parvati in the abode of the king of the mountains as the daughter of Himalaya. Legend has it that once Devi Parvati was playing with her friends in a grassland near Himalayas. The grassland was also the home to the cattle. Near it flowed river Varuna. Its edge was full of blooming lotus. Devi Parvati, while seeking for her friends, came by bank of Varuna and by mesmerized by the beauty of the flowers, wanted to long some for herself. She was about to pick one when suddenly a cow came mooing to her, seeking for her help. The cow wanted her to follow her. She took Devi Parvati to the nearby grassland. After reaching the place, what Parvati saw was a horrible sight. There were skeletons and bones of dead cattle all over the valley. She discovered that those were consumed by Tarika, the sister of demon Tarkasur. Tarika was sent to earth to destroy the Adi Shakti. Devi Parvati, after learning the reality of Tarika, wanted to fight her, but she took a different path to perform the task. She took the form of Shail, a small mountain, and made the cow hide behind, and the cow started moving to attract Tarika towards her. The Tarika arrived. She tried to fetch the cow but failed to do so, as the Shail would move from one side to another. Meanwhile, Himavan and Parvati's friends appeared there, seeking for her, and found out Tarika in front of the Shail. Himavan was worried not to have Parvati to be seen anywhere. Tarika, however, started attacking the cow, when suddenly the Shail started to burst and Parvati emerged out with brilliant shining rays and a Trishul. She threw the Trishul on Tarika and killed her. Since that day, Devi Parvati was named by Himavan as Ma Shailputri. Adi Shakti is a protector of nature. She reaches out for the ones seeking for help. She brings balance to the environment. Let us all welcome the Adi Shakti in the form of Ma Shailputri today and feel her presence within you. A devotee in the attainment of true knowledge. Legend has it that Mata Parvati had to devote herself in the pursuit of Shiva of 5,000 years. Adi Parashakti and Adi Purusha could be initiated only when united. The Ardhanarishvara is the embodiment of the Purusha and the Prakriti. The balance in the universe can only then be achieved. But Parvati had to win over the Ripu and all her 5 shades, Kosha. The Annamaya Kosha, the Pranamaya Kosha, the Manomaya Kosha, the Vijnanamaya Kosha, and the Anandamaya Kosha. She is a perfect example of a learner, a devotee, a student whose perseverance enchanted the Creator himself. The phase where Shayambhu himself had to bend down and accept her as his Shishva. A phase where she was guided by the Creator himself to treat her Ashuddhis. Brahmacharini is thus the perfect idol of a knowledge seeker, a phase where the Guru learned from the Shishva, an idol of discipline, perseverance and aspiration. Let us seek that Brahmacharini in ourselves and embrace her. The one who adorned the moon in her head. She is the Ardhangini of Chandrasekhara. Now she made him complete and he made her. Mata Parvati has become the beloved of Shiva. She is ready to fight all the evils with her knowledge achieved. She is a manifestation of true strength, knowledge, wisdom, and love. The moon in her head is the symbol of Shiva's presence in her. Thus, Purusha and Prakriti has embodied to form the Ardhanarishwara, and that has made her mighty. Thus, she is complete, beautiful, bold, and the better half of Chandrasekhara, the idol of a complete woman, Chandraghanta. Let us have ourselves completely surrendered at her feet and embrace her grace. The Creator. Parvati became the Ardhangini of Swayambhu, and thus the warmth of energy emerged within her. The energy which formed a minute particles to huge cosmos. She became the soul strength behind the revolution and rotations of the celestial bodies. She had the sun within herself. Legend has it that the universe was created by just the heavenly smile of Mata. She made a mountain hermit turn into a household man. She made the Purusha realize that without his union with Prakriti, there shall be no creation. Now she is the Grihini, better half of Swayambhu, making him complete with her presence, making an ascetic realize the meaning of home. Now she is Annapurna, the homemaker of Shiva. She is dutiful towards her home. She is the idol of a perfect lady. Thus, she became the barrier of the cosmic eggs within her. She is the universe. She is the divine energy. And she is the lifeline behind all the creations. She is Devi Kushmanda, the Holy One who bared the cosmic eggs and created the universe with the energy, warmth, Ushma. Let us have her presence in each smallest particle around and within us and embrace the beauty of creation. To all the mothers, she is now a mother, mother of a child who is meant to slay evils, a woman who made Shiva complete. She has not only made Swayambhu complete, but the Purusha and Prakriti together united to procreate a divine child for a purpose. She is Abhayadatri, seated in a lotus, Padmasana, with baby Skanda, Kartikeya, on her lap. She is thus called Skandamata. Let us call for Mother's grace and bloom it within us. According to the legend, no power in the universe was capable of destroying Mahishasura. The Suras became incapable of taming this menace. He had acquired a boon that no man could kill him. He forgot and rather ignored the female form of Sura. he started to consider her weak and ineligible of fighting. Thus, Adi Shakti was called forth by the Suras. The energy which evolved from the Suras were crystallized in the hermitage of Rishi Katyayana, who ultimately gave it form, and thus the Devi emerged from there came to be known as Katyayani. Thus, she was made ready to fight against the buffalo demon Mahishasura. She was bestowed with a trident or Trishula from Shiva, Sudarshana Chakra from Lord Vishnu, Shankha from Varuna, a dart from Agni, a bow from Vayu, a quiver full of arrows from Surya, a thunderbolt from Indra, a mace from Kuvera, a rosary and a kamandalu from Brahma, a shield and sword from Kala, a battle axe from Vishwakarma. Thus, armed with weapons, Mata waged a fierce battle with the demon and slayed him with the trident or Trishula. Thus, this form of Mata came to be known as Mahishasur-Mardini. The legend is mentioned in Baraha Purana, and some prominent representations in the form of sculpture could be found in the caves of Mahabalipuram, the Ellora caves in Harshaleshwara temple. As dark as night, Adi Parashakti, the mother of all creation, the energy behind the cosmic forces, had a dark side too. The legend says Shumbha and Nishumbha had invaded Devloka and defeated the Asuras. Thus, afraid Indra and his companions fled to seek help from Mata Parvati. Devi, who was busy in her courts, listened to their prayers and thereby created a counterpart from her energies, named Ambika, who assisted the gods and defeated the demons and gained back Devloka. However, Chanda and Munda were sent by Shumbha and Nishumbha to kill Devi Parvati. Devi Ambika thus created the ferocious form of the dark goddess Kali, Kalratri, to slay them. Thus came to be known as Chamunda. Raktabija. Raktabija was sent next to destroy Devi Parvati. He had acquired the boon of creating clones from each drop of his blood. The split blood of Raktabija created thousands of clones, making impossible to kill him. Thus, Devi Kalratri drank his blood, eventually killing Raktabija and helping Devi Chamunda to slay the commanders, Shumbha and Nishumbha. But Mata became so fearful out of vexation. She eventually forgot her purpose and her whole body turned dark, dark as night. She started destroying all she could see in front of her. Feared Suras of a catastrophic distraction went to Shayambhu, seeking shelter. Shiva thus appeared before her foot and thus seeing her Ardhavaga below her foot. Devi bite her tongue out of guilt and thus let her come down and forget the Vigans. Devi Kalratri is the powerful of the most darkest of nights. She rules the nights, letting the living species sleep. She ensures protection to her children when they retire for the day. She is dark, she is black, she is bound to take this form to stop evil doings. The bearer of the cosmic eggs can never have darkness within herself. Her dark form here is meant to kill darkness. She is the purest form of Prakriti. She is dark to keep her creation in light, keep it safe, keep it fruitful. Thus, Devi Kalratri, Kali, Chamunda is the most beautiful form of Mata, even if she is dark. Let us pray to her and seek for purity, embrace her beautiful dark form. The word Mahagauri means purity and cleanliness. It is said, after slaying Shumbha and Nishumbha, Mata became more calm and became devoted to Swayambhu. Now she is a complete lady. Mahagauri is known for her purification process. She is the mother who forgives sinners by purifying them. This is the tale of a time when the universe was nothing but a labyrinth of darkness. No sign of any creations could be found. It was then when the divine light emerged from the void of darkness and started giving form to the formless. The Adi Parashakti thus emerged from the Trinity: Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the protector, and the Maheshwara, the transformer. They were given specific roles to keep the creation streaming. Adi Shakti bestowed upon the Trinity parts of her as their female companions. Brahma was bestowed with the Shakti of knowledge, Saraswati. Vishnu got the power of Sthiti and prosperity, Devi Lakshmi, and Swayambhu was bestowed with Parvati. Thus, the trinity of gods were thus asked to take up specific roles. Brahma thus became the Srishtikarak, Vishnu became the Dharak or Srishtikarak, and Mahadev became the Pralaykarta. Devi Siddhidatri gave 8 powers to the Trinity. They are known as Anima, which means one can reduce one's body to that of a minute particle. Mahima, by which one can expand one's body to an infinite large size. Garima, which can make one infinitely heavy. Lahima, which makes one's body weightless. Prapti, which makes one omnipresent. Prakambya, letting achieve whatever one desires. Ishvatta, which let one have absolute lordship. And Vishwatta, gives the power to subjugate all. Devi Siddhidatri is believed to be the form of Mata who has been the origin of the creations, who has been continuously creating the cosmic energies and making the cycle of creation energized. Let her bestow us good fortune and help.